Alright, so I was about to sleep, and saw this video, so I had to react to it. Let's check out.
Nervous, yes.
The truth. Oh, the real stuff. Well, let's name it the truth about Andrew Tate.
Do I think to myself, what am I doing? Yes. Completely. Unfortunately, it's one of those things you're either born with or you're not. And the only way I can explain it to try and make it make any sense is that if I'm not doing something which is either extremely difficult or extremely stressful, I'm in a perpetual state of crippling boredom.
I feel that. If I'm only doing some studies, you know, if I'm only doing like paperwork, studying, I feel so bored, bro. That I don't feel like I don't feel like I have the power or I have the will to complete what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But if I play like a type of sport and I'm preparing for a tournament and I know that I got some studies to be doing, me practicing, like say practicing twice a day or practicing once a day, and then coming back home, even though I'm tired, makes me want to complete my tasks and complete my homeworks and my you know what I'm saying. But if I stay all day at home and I don't do like any type of sport and I don't do nothing like I do a typical normal man's day, I feel so bored that I don't do nothing. I don't be effective. I feel what he's saying.
Followers, women, power, money. The life of Andrew Tate has been exploding online lately. Through this, he's been creating so much controversy with previous raids, his views on Western society, his views on women. This is
views on women, I don't agree with him and everything. His views on the Western society, I agree with him.
Propelling him into success. And this story of Andrew all began in a little town in the U.S.
Luton. The U.S.
December 1st, 1986. You breathe air for the first time. Born in the States in Washington, D.C., your African-American father, who's a retired professional wrestler and a retired Air Force sergeant, now plays professional chess to make money.
But I didn't know he did wrestling.
Partying, hanging out with girls, and hustling people for money by playing chess. You're growing up to be a chess prodigy. Your dad, who is a chess master, teaches you, and he becomes your idol. Becoming Indiana state champion in chess, beating a 16-year-old for the title, proves to yourself that you're becoming a master in the game. You love chess, learning many lessons from it and how it's played and bringing it into life. Then all of a sudden, your mom splits up with your dad, and quickly, you're moving to England, staying in a hostel with your brother, sister, and mother trying to make ends meet. You lost one of the most important people in your life, your father and your chess coach. Now what? How are you going to replace chess? There's no chess community in England, and you can't find a teacher. How are you going to keep yourself out of trouble? While stumbling around, trying to figure out what to do, you come across a fighting gym. Fighting can be the same as chess, a one-on-one game. If you lose, it's because you made a mistake. You can't blame anyone else, and there's no excuses.
I feel the same way with individual sports. I like playing individual sports, hence why I play tennis. I like playing individual sports because, you know, if I feel like I have something to work on, like I know what I'm lacking. I know what I have to be working on. And for me to improve, I have to work at the stuff that I'm bad at. But say with a team, like I come to the like the training or whatever, and then I have to do some drills that are based throughout the team. Like for example, I know that say I'm playing basketball. I know, for example, my right hand lay is weaker than my left hand lay, and I wanna work in my right hand package. I cannot do that at basketball because sometimes the drills are not like doesn't have to do nothing with the right hand drills because you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I feel like I'm better in individual sports, like mostly. I can be okay in individual sports because I start doing it and then I can start like analyzing and like pinpointing the you know what I mean.
Something that your dad taught you. Now diving headfirst into fighting just at the age of 15, training 7 times a week, working up to the first professional fight. At age 17, you had your first MMA fight, and 5 others after that.
And both, as I say, coming from a striking background, one from boxing, one
overhand shot by Tate.
Your career is progressing, and you get offered more money to kickbox.
Good shot there.
Ooh. Hit him with the left hook.
Good shot there.
Yeesh. Hey, Bubba, nah.
Told ya.
Knowing the fight game can be a very
Well
hard way to
connected
make
too,
money.
but, it
You
wasn't-
take the offer and
there
end
was
up
no
sticking
problem.
with kickboxing. And this pays off. Now becoming a 4-time world champion kickboxer and making more money than you've ever made before.
Ah,
Each fight is
I don't
paying
know
up
about
to
the-
$75,000.
bag, though.
That money is good by most people's standards, but it's not boxing money. It's
Yeah.
not millions. Through paying your promoters, managers, car payments, and other life expenses, you're only really left with a couple grand to your name. You wake up one day wondering why you are giving 7 hours a day to fighting. And what if you can put this 7 hours into something else? What else could you achieve? What kind of money could you make? What's the point of being world champion if you can't buy a Lambo?
True.
Now, this is the part where you see more money than you ever seen before. You can do more than you ever done before. But just trying to figure this out in the beginning wasn't easy. Google becomes your new teacher, learning everything there is to know about money.
Hey, but I heard that the reason why he made that change where he started reading about money is because dude was like running with some mafia people, or I don't know, some bad people, I guess, and they wanted money from him. So he had to like find a way to make money. That's what I
How
heard.
banks work.
That's what
You
I
begin to
don't know
write
where
down
I,
your
when I
assets
see
and
that.
liabilities. The only asset you have from the years of fighting are your 6 girlfriends who all live in different parts of the world.
5,
Being
I
a champion kickboxer might not get you a Lambo, but it has its perks. Attracting women who think you are a champion of the world and who think you are rich. And it just so happens you are browsing the web and you noticed an ad in the corner of the website that says, "Talk to
Great.
live girls now." Intrigued by this, you click on the link and all of a sudden everything makes sense. You had your aha moment. A webcam company is exactly what you're gonna do. But there's just one problem. All the girls you are dating do not know you're dating other women. But it doesn't matter. You call your 6 girlfriends and explain to them that you have a job for them and they all are gonna come to live with you in London. 4 of them come and you sit them down and introduce them to each other. Explain
Oh, that's cool and everything, but I feel like that's some cheap money. I don't know, man. Everybody
that
gets
you've been
his
with
bag
all of them and
differently,
that you're
but I
starting a
think that's
webcam
cheap
business.
money, man.
Anyone who isn't with the idea can fly home. 2 of the women get up and leave, but the 2 who truly love you decide to stay.
Okay.
And that was the beginning of the webcam business. Many challenges were faced in the beginning. Training 2 girls on what to say to older men and how to gain more money out of them was just much harder than you thought. It came to the point where you had to sit behind a camera and type for the 2 girlfriends while they acted like they were typing on a fake keyboard. Working 16 hours a day and pulling up to 3 to 4 grand each day. The business now needs to expand and make more money. Although at this time making money on the internet was unheard of, but you're starting to see the potential of internet money and the webcam business.
Yeah.
Quickly expanding your business up to 75 girls and bringing in your brother Tristan to help manage the business.
That's
Having
some
4 different
big
properties,
cheap money.
accountants, staffs, other managers, and now making over $500,000 each month. Bringing yourself and your brother
500K a month.
from a hostel in England to now seeing money that you've never seen before. Although there's just one problem. Managing 75 girls proved to be hard. You realize motivating people and having them work for you is way harder than having a couple people who truly care about you and the group as a whole is much better. Deciding now to cut forces down into a small team of 8 girls and your brother. Making money became easier, less upkeep, and less of a headache. And when things were good, chilling with your girls, new cars, new money, and all of a sudden you hear a knock on your door at 3 a.m. Police come
Baby, I'll
rushing into
open
your
up.
apartment, searching the entire area, seizing $100,000 worth of laptops and equipment. You've just been arrested, taken to jail in England, and only to come find out that you've been charged with assault against one of your previous webcam girls. In fact, she was your best webcam girl, made you the most money, but unfortunately you had to fire her. She got too drunk one night, threw up all over the carpet. The next morning you told her to clean it up. She wouldn't clean it up and she knew that she was irreplaceable and couldn't get fired. She made the most money. All the more reason to fire her though. Couldn't let someone set a bad example for everyone else, so you fired her. She wouldn't leave and started to fight. All you did was just pick her up and move her out of the house. And now 3 months later, you're sitting in jail and fighting a case that never happened. It finally took you 2 years to beat the case. With all that happened,
Hey, they look like they look famous in whatever they're at, Romania or Croatia or whatever. They look famous because look, these dudes are on the news. You know what I'm saying? They're following them after they get out of their trials. Yeah, they're famous over there.
you decided to get out of the
There's
England
some
due to the hell
celebs.
of their legal system, packing up all bags and moving to Romania. Life in Romania was not poisoned by Western society. Most people there still had traditional
I don't know
values.
about that, man. I don't know about that. If the society was not was not ruined by the West, it wouldn't have no Andrew Tate, man. Like any society that got mafia dirty money, casinos, and all of that is a ruined society. It's a dirty society. So I don't know about that.
And there was no such thing
Yeah,
as
they're
radical
inclined to
feminism.
their
There also wasn't any
culture,
unorganized crime.
but
All
they're
the crime that
still
happened
dirty.
was organized through mob bosses. If you stayed in your lane and knew
Yeah.
the right people, you were safe. And what you did from your kickboxing days, you knew people who lived in Romania. They were connected.
Yo,
You made
bro,
connections
when
to
it
the
was
prime
young, it
minister
was
and
nice.
top people in society.
Casino, but so look, if you got all them casinos and all the mafia guys running over your casino and everything, that's a dirty society as well.
While commentating over RSF, which is Romania UFC, and you own 10% of it, you noticed that one of the event sponsors was a casino brand. This casino brand was owned by three brothers that have 400 locations throughout Europe. It was speculated that they were turning over $18 million a day. You decided to confront them and say that you want to get involved in the casino business. They quickly say to you, why do we need you? We already make plenty of money and you provide no value at the moment. To which you agree with their points and you realize you need to find a reason for them to work with you. A few years pass and you finally come up with a plan. You present it to them. You now want to open a location right next to their biggest competitor, while completely paying for the location and giving them a percentage of turnover. This intrigues them. You're now going to
Yeah,
war with
but
their competitors
no
at
lie,
no
he
extra
got
cost for
a
them.
good business
This is a
ideas.
deal they cannot refuse. 2 doors down from now,
Like,
your new
he's a good marketer. Hold on, what did I do? He's a good marketer, but he does marketing in dirty business.
casino. You notice a Starbucks with many
You
people
feel the
waiting in
key.
line. This strikes an idea. Quickly putting up a huge sign that says free coffee and hiring an attractive waitress to give out the coffee.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything gotta do with
All
girls.
the guys who
but
used to wait in your Starbucks line every day now come to your casino to get a free coffee from an attractive waitress and then spend their extra money in the casino. Bingo. You've just found a way to destroy your competitor and prove to the three brothers that you are the real deal. Now you open up 15 locations, buying a $2 million Bugatti Chiron. Life is better than it's have ever been before. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the pandemic comes. People are thrown into chaos. The world is shutting down, along with Romania.
One smart move that I cannot say anything bad about, that this dude, he claims that he got a lot of passports. I think that's a really smart like investment, because I look at it as an investment. If you got like multiple passports, bro, you're living, because you cannot be held by anything, especially if the country that you got your passport from, like the law like differs from there, like from other countries. So for example, say you got a American passport, a Nigerian passport, and a Croatian passport or a Romanian passport, but you're living, because you cannot be held at any part of the world. You just living.
You wanted to
You
keep
know what I'm
Romania
saying?
open and even made a deal with the prime minister to keep the back doors of the casino open.
Yeah,
That
this
did
dude
not
got
last
power.
long, as the government was receiving billions in funds for shutting down, basically a bribe to comply with the European Union. And quickly your casino business shuts
Like,
down.
you see,
and as that's happening, your rise to fame on
even the
social
government is
media
dirty.
is just about to blow up.
I mean, the Romanian government.
Throughout your life, you have views distilled into you by your father on how the world works, how women work, how Western society is terrible for men. You become more and more public with these ideas, appearing on podcasts like Fresh and Fit, and even famous comedians like Tom Segura. Your ideas and views give you a cult-like following with many people who love you, and just as equally, if not more, people who absolutely hate you and despise you. Everything you post does well, and with TikTok clips, your videos are now getting millions of views. You
Yeah.
understand the more controversial things
The
you say,
good old
the more viewers
posting
you get on your
strategy,
videos.
the
And
affiliate
that's when you have the
marketing
genius
strategy.
marketing idea to blow your brand and your success to a whole new level once again. Using your new course, Hustlers University. Anybody who signs up for the course now has the ability to become an affiliate marketer. How do you then tell them to market? Create an account on TikTok and post clips of me on there and have a link in your bio. This leads to a storm of people on TikTok creating
Bro,
accounts
let me
and posting.
see. It would be funny if this dude got a link of the course. Hold on. It would be funny as hell if this dude got the course. Nah, you don't.
clips. 100 accounts are created and thousands of videos are posted. Many getting millions of views, bringing your fame to a new level. With over 1 million followers on IG, living life, going on jets, having lots of beautiful women around you, you now finally are the big G you were meant to be when you just started out in the US, learning everything about life from your father.
Now, you know, my last take, and I'm completing the video. You know what I think this dude is gonna do, especially with his affiliate marketing strategy that he makes, like kids post his content, and then when it goes viral and people like check the account and see Hustlers University, then they sign up, and then people make money from that strategy. You know what I think is going to happen is like people. It will reach a time where people will start getting bored of his content, and even with these kids like posting his content, it wouldn't make no views because people will start like scrolling by and not giving a damn about his content. And I think he will when it reaches that point, he will eventually leave all social media, and then after a while he's gonna make a comeback. And then I think the comeback will be like some sort of documentary about his life or how he made it or something like that. But yeah, man, the video was okay. No Kabizi Lizzy mine.